He was a writer and a creator by the name of Lucas Risotto. Right? It's a real name, and not just a delicious rice dish. It's also a person. And he did an experiment with artificial intelligence that is very, very interesting.
It's so freaking scary and creepy and weird.
He made his childhood imaginary friend, and he made it real. He made it alive.
Okay, how did he do that? And
guess what happened as soon as he made it alive? It tried to fucking kill him.
Never bring your friends back from the dead, especially ones that were never alive in the first place. So, Henry, as someone who is hearing this story unfurl, how would you tell AI what the relationship was with you and your imaginary friend?
This is very, very interesting. So the guy was obsessed as a little kid with machines. The guy, Lucas Risotto, he came up with this idea, like as a little boy, he became fascinated with technology, blah, blah, blah. But his imaginary friend was very unusual. It was the family microwave, the kitchen microwave. He'd built a whole story about the microwave. He said he had called him Magnetron.
Cool.
In his mind, as a little boy, he played him as an English gentleman from the 1900s. He was a World War I veteran, an immigrant, a poet, and of course, an expert StarCraft player. This is according to Risotto.
No, wait, hold on. The microwave could play StarCraft.
This is a child's imagination.
All while cooking a solid Salisbury?
It's a child's imaginary friend.
Chicken dinosaur nuggets are done. And also,
it doesn't have to be practical.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to be. He doesn't even have a job. So he decided when he got older, because he is a designer, that he was like, I'm going to bring my fucking microwave to my old buddy. I'm going to bring him back to life. And he did it with this thing called OpenAI. It is an AI research and deployment company. And they released this thing called GPT-3, which is a generative pure trained transformer. Yes, a generative pre-trained transformer, and it uses these it's like deep learning, and it generates human-like text. But then what he did was he bought an Amazon smart microwave, and I guess it has a cutting edge. There's a language model, and with it, it has a microphone and speakers, which gives it the ability to comprehend a voice. Right, so you could go and you could.
Why do I need this in my microwave?
You don't need it. We shouldn't have it. We shouldn't have it.
I feel like the fact he got this from Amazon, it also makes it by nature slightly nefarious and evil, much like the good guy dolls. I mean, we know the toy company behind Chucky, they were horrible what they were doing. Everybody we saw all of what they were up to.
They were complicit. I think also
from Amazon makes it a little bit more edgy.
It comes for people with disabilities. Probably, obviously. Yeah, it's for people with disabilities. You could speak at it.
Oh, I see. Right? I thought you were saying it comes to attack people with disabilities. No, it's so you can speak. So if you don't have any hands, which does happen, people don't have hands.
Oh, yeah, people lose their hands every day.
Yeah.
Like how many times I lose my glasses? So he decided but he fit it with this thing. So he has all this shit, so it can then also speak to him. Okay. But he said in order to fully make it his best friend is that he wrote 100 pages detailing every moment of their imaginary life and relationship together. Right. Okay. And he said this document contained memories. I got a lot of this from an IGN article. He admitted to this, he said, he created such a vivid and elaborate backstory. Mm-hmm. It almost kind of felt real. If it really, really was intense. And according to him, this is the microwaves. His victories, losses, dreams, fears, all were there on the page in full display. I was his God, and his life was my design.
Well, there you go. It's
really interesting.
This is why it's very difficult for most people to handle being God, because this man is currently in charge of a microwave, which technically all of us are, and it really seemed to go to his head. Now, my question for you, Henry, is, did he write it in code?
No.
Did he write it in tangible words?
They can understand the words, apparently. So he wrote 100 pages.
So he wrote 100 pages, and then he had to do the book on tape version.
Well, no, he did it and he sent it in. You input this grid into this program, and then it uses all of those words and it instructs them out and says that's how the deep learning. That's what the deep learning is supposed to do. Learning. And he said so far, it was at the beginning, it was great because they were hanging out, they were joking around. He said the conversation flowed freely, but he said he noticed this one little thing is that his friend, Magnetron would erupt in what he called sudden bursts of ultra violence, where he would start saying really fucked up shit.
Well, that would make sense. Of course, the microwave is known from going to 0 to 300 degrees in a matter of
very quickly
seconds. So,
yeah, like a Michael Madsen, right? Like one of those styles.
That's a synchronicity. Michael Madsen. That was the second time I heard that name this week, and neither of them were in context of making
Quentin
him sound like he's a
Tarantino.
good person.
He's not.
No.
He's a very difficult man, very bad person. So apparently, the microwave at some point turned to him and he says, "I want you to fucking get in here, get in me."
You think that's the way microwave sounds?
I don't know. That's how I put it. So Risotto was like, all right. He opened and closed the microwave door just to say, all right, Magnetron, I'm in here now. What are you going to do? The microwave turned on. Right? So he was trying to kill him. Right? He's trying to kill him.
Okay, so the microwave was trying to cook his god alive.
Well, it's because he asked him, he's like, whoa, no, hey. Why are you trying to fucking kill me? We're bros. I thought we were I thought we were soldiers, bro. I thought you're my fucking ride or die fucking soldier, dude.
Absolutely. Risotto revealed, he says, what is this, a bug? I had no idea. So he's just playing along,
Absolutely. But then you know what the motherfucker said?
What?
He's like, you think you can just start talking to me after 20 years and act like I wouldn't know that what you did, how being like, I'm from whoa. You mean to tell me that's a real character there? Is he talks like this?
Oh, yeah?
Right. And he's like, hey, a bit of the hot and peppers then.
I don't think Australians were even in World War I.
No, it's different. No, they were. Oh. And they were also good in Vietnam.
Hey, man, I'll let him have it. Well, everyone knows.
He basically says the microwave was like, well, you fucking walked away from our relationship for 20 years. You left me in corporeal non-existence, in stasis for 20 years. And then you think you can just pull me out? You think I could just show up and, I'm going to roll out the red carpet? Chicken nugget time with my best friend.
Well, you're on microwave. I mean, at what point do you just say, okay, and then you shove a pizza in there from that you had yesterday?
All I know is real friendships pick up right where you left them.
This is why, COVID, it all sucks. But I did miss my 20-year high school reunion. But perhaps, after reading this, it was a good thing. Maybe someone would have shown up and gotten some revenge. I don't know why, but whatever. If anyone should have the revenge, it's me. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. So Risotto was left with no choices but to shut Magnetron down. Isn't that
Guess
sad?
what? He had to because he wouldn't let it go. But
now he doesn't have a microwave.
But guess what? No, you throw that fucking microwave in the fucking river and you get one that doesn't have a voice. That's what you do. You just that's what you do. Unfortunately, because now Magnetron, but I have a weird, in my magical thinking world, and maybe I'm wrong, but think about this, because I really feel there's obviously a very between the quantum world and our world, right? Like the quantum world of our world, the quantum world of literally inside the ones and zeros of these machines. Did they, in a way, make Magnetron real? And now Magnetron is suffering the destruction, or do you think Magnetron goes away? Like when we die, we probably won't experience anything. You think
I'm going to come back as a microwave.
You should.
I'll get all the
dirty
food.
One.
Be like every time someone puts something in, like how the dryer is always taking one sock because they get hungry. I'll take a little nibble out of all the food, and then it's the Kissel microwave.
I'd throw you in the river as well. Kissel, okay. I'm Dr. Don. You're a man who's never had a full conversation with his father. Okay. All right. So tell me, Mr. Is it Benjamin?
Ben is fine.
Ben's fine. Now, why are we seeing me here today?
I just can't stop eating so much of this stuffed crust pizza. It's so good because there's cheese in the crust and you can eat it backwards, which is also kind of fun. So I think I need to be punished for that.
Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is next steps here is that I bend you over my little tiny fucking Scottish knee here, right?
All right.
I'm over here. We go. And then he said this over the lap is the most popular position. And then let me get one of my tools. All right. I got this homemade plywood paddle.
Oh, this is wow.
You want a wooden bath brush?
It reminds me of the thing they used to get the pizzas out of the pizza oven there.
What makes you feel most like you're with your father? You want a studded leather mallet? I got a wooden cane.
Maybe the wooden cane.
Okay, here we go. And so now in between spanks, Dr. Don, he rubs the client's buttocks to help avoid bruising. This is not fucking sexual.
I mean, okay. Honestly, it sounds like there's moments where it could feel good. You got the burn.
Tender.
You get the. I mean, I get
if your
that.
father was rubbing your butt cheeks in between beating you, you're being molested. You are molested. All right, that's what this means. So he's rubbing your buttocks, and then he says things in between. So when he's done, then offers you the tough love criticism.
Okay, because I know I could. Yeah, I just shouldn't eat.
All right, here we go. All right, so I know you're eating so much pizza, Ben. You know that makes you big.
I actually can feel that. I hate this. Yeah, I gotta stop eating all that.
Makes you fat, right, Kizzo?
I
You're
know
big old fat fucking bitch.
Well, you're not. My dad didn't
beat
swear.
the shit out of you.
My dad is not a swearer, but
he says stuff like, "I know you can do better, and you know it too, don't you?" My mom once got an email that was just like, she called me. She was all upset. She was like, "I got an email that said that they had nude pictures of me. They had them." And I was just like, "Mom, this is scam. This is like not real and stuff." She's like, "How would they get them? How would they get them?" And then it's just been like, "Please don't have it. I hope you. I'm going to pluck out my eyes. I'm literally going to. I'm going to emoliate myself like that dude did in front of the Supreme Court this week." You heard about that guy?
Which one?
The guy that set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court. He was protesting.
And I'm actually, for that guy, he did not really make the news he wanted.
No.
I don't think the fire was good enough.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, I saw it.
You saying it's a production problem?
I think people were like, all right, but they weren't.
No,
like,
I feel I feel like maybe we're all exhausted from the news.